What unites us? I'll give you a little hint. Without it, we can't imagine modern world. You're right. It is electricity. Let's figure out what is this. We use electricity every day, but we don't know how it works. Let's start with the definition. So, electric current is an ordered motion of charged particles. It can cause different effects, such as heat, chemical, and magnetic. We would like to talk about the magnetic effect of the current. First of all, let's start with the history of the discovery of the magnetic effect of the current.
The Danish physicist Hans Christian Ørsted in 1820 discovered the duration of a magnetic needle located near a conductor with the current.
When the circuit is closed, the needle turns 90 degrees and stands perpendicular to the conductor. When the circuit is opened, the needle returns to its original position. Ørsted's experiment has shown that there is a relationship between electric and magnetic phenomena. There is a magnetic field around the moving electric charges, and vice versa, the magnetic field influences moving charges. Other scientists also began to study this phenomenon. So, for two parallel infinity line conductors, the scientist Ampere found oppositely directed currents repel, unidirectional currents attract.
And now, I suggest you see the magnetic effect of the current by doing some experiments. During any experiment, we use various measuring tools, working with which we should not forget about their uncertainty. In general, measurement uncertainty is the deviation of the measurement results from the true value of the measured value. When writing the results, it's important to take into account the absolute uncertainty of the measuring tool. It's half the scale value of the measuring tool. But in many cases, the absolute uncertainty can be assumed to be equal to the scale value. The accuracy of the measurement is greater the lower the scale value of the tool. Consider a ruler. Its scale value is equal to the distance between the two closest strokes on the scale. That is, in this case, it's 0.1 cm. So, the absolute uncertainty of this device is 0.1 cm. And the measurement results are written in this way. What we will need to make a homemade electromagnet. To do this, we will need a copper wire with an insulting material, 4 iron nails, skisses, small metal parts, rulers, a battery as a power source, and wires. First point, wound the wire on the nail. The wire must be wound on an iron nail in this way. The turns are placed close to each other. At second point, clean the ends of the wire. So we have made an electromagnet, in which there is a core in the form of a nail and a core in the form of a wire. Note that now the nail doesn't attract objects. At third point, connect the wire to the battery. The electric current flowing through the wire forms a magnetic field, the lines of which penetrate the nail. Under the influence of this field, the smallest regions existing in the nail, which have miniature magnetic fields, take an ordered position. As a result, these magnetic fields add up, and one large and strong magnetic field is formed that can attract objects. Let's trace the dependence of the magnitude of the magnetic field on the number of turns on the nail. Then prepare nails with different number of turns. Now we will connect these nails to the power source in turn and use a ruler to measure the magnitude of the magnetic field, that is, and what distance from the paper clip each nail will attract. Take a nail with 250 turns. Do the same with nails on which 200, 150 and 100 turns. We will record the result in a table. Based on the result obtained, we can deduce the dependence. The greater the number of turns of the wound wire, the stronger the magnetic field formed around the nail that is, the better it attracts objects. In that way, we have learned a little new about the magnetic effect of the electric current by observing the experiment. We hope you were as interested as we were. Thank you for your attention.
Simple Dimple, puppet squish, puppet squish, puppet squish. Что? Если голова болит. Simple Dimple,